Hi, I'm Seamless, and today is like, what is today? I don't even know. Today's Monday, which means last Friday I should have done a Had It Based. I was busy and I didn't, and so I'm doing this one. I've also been kind of caught up with some of my new Eurorack gear, and I've just not really been in the mind of doing like regular Had It Bases. But I decided to do one, and I'm doing one on one particularly simple, and this is the sound I got. A lot of you are thinking, oh my god, that's really simple. I already know how to do that. And a lot of you are thinking, oh my god, that's that sound I've been trying to do forever but couldn't figure out how. And like that weird disconnect about this style of sound is why I'm doing this video. I really hope I didn't already do one of these for this. But this is FM that's just done with sine waves. Although I want to point out that this is extremely close to what it would sound like if I literally just turned this into a square wave and did the same exact thing I'm doing. There are, of course, slight differences. Including the peaking that happens right there. I happen to like it better with the FM, but it is still pretty similar. Now, I'm actually not going to give you a project or a preset for this because it's really very simple, and you should just get it. So pay attention. Anyway, I like this sound because a lot of the more modern sound design has to do, even actually a lot of old school sound design. This kind of sound is pretty pervasive, honestly. It's just kind of everywhere. And not only that, but it's also the foundation for lots of more interesting sound design. People will take the sound and kind of run with it and do fun things with it. So let's talk about what it is. This begins as a sine wave inside Citrus. And then FM it by another sine wave that is 2 octaves higher. So in ratio world, which is what the pitches are controlled here, 1 octave is double the ratio, and then 2 octaves is double that. So 8 being double 4 and double 2, that's 2 octaves higher. And this one is only 1 octave higher, but we'll get there in a second. And it does that. I also have unison on, but even if I didn't have that. Indeed. I also have the mod of this dude. Yeah. So like, this is controlling the modulation of that FM without the control. It's just on. So here, this control controls the modulation input of operator 1, which is controlling essentially how much FM is being done by operator 2. You know that operator 2 also has that control because the second part is to FM operator 2 by another sine wave. This one only 1 octave higher than the fundamental being ratio 2 at this particular preset. And we get slightly more motion out of that. As you can see, I also had mod control here because I had a third FM and I just didn't end up keeping it. This cool thing goes into a filter, and that filter is just a bandpass filter. I have this configuration on the filter cutoff, but even if I didn't have that. Neat. I have the grid on tempo and it's just playing a beat, and that's the end of that. This is really just, it's a sine wave FM by a sine wave 2 octaves higher, and that sine wave is FM by a sine wave that's 1 octave higher. You could do this with anything that does FM, anything at all. It will always come out like this. And then of course the bandpass filter, and like it's the actual bandpass filter and not the filter that's in the SVF filter that has the bandpass in there, the variable state filter. And this is just regular, and then there's resonance, and like it's super duper basic. And I actually had a whole conversation with someone today, actually an interview that you guys will see pretty soon, about simplicity and how not understanding simplicity does not mean that you're an idiot. And I really want to point this out because this sound is super duper simple, but it wouldn't have occurred to a lot of people unless they were shown it or told what it was, because there's really not a reason why they would know that these things come out like this. I have myself been confused about similar sound design that like was just as simple, and then I overcomplicate things. If you know anything about me, you know that I like to overcomplicate things. So that's kind of all important stuff to consider. And so that's this sound. This is the sound that you have. So now if you want to make deep house, you can. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And don't forget that I'm currently having a sale on lessons. If you want to get a private lesson with me through Skype, go to SeamlessR.com and then there's lessons button, or go to the link in the description of this video. There's also a lessons button. It's $40 an hour. That's the sale price. It's usually $90 an hour, as long as you get the reservation in before the end of May. And as usual, have a nice day.